There's times when I want something more, someone more like me. There's times when this dress rehearsal seems incomplete, but you see the colors in me like no one else. And behind your dark glasses, you're something else. You're really lovely underneath it all. You want to love me underneath it all. I'm really lovely.
Okay, friends, well, we dashed over here from Tribeca to Mitchell-Innes Nash, and I think it's probably after closing time, but we're gonna keep rolling because we want to see if we can run through Chris Johanson, considering Unknow Know with what is, and at Mitchell-Innes Nash. We got about 4 minutes. We'll see how long we can stretch this out. Okay, well, maybe we aren't going to get the titles of all these. Very bad system for giving us the list. So most of these are Chris's work on recycled lumber. I started seeing Chris's work, oh, I don't know, maybe in the early aughts at some art fairs. And I've been following it since then. If I'm not mistaken, I think Chris started out in Portland, moved down to San Francisco at some point, became part of a group of artists there. Some of them have been called the Beautiful Losers, or at least there was a documentary dealing with that. Looks like Chris has got some new work here. These large, looks like drawings. I guess they're acrylic and house paint on recycled canvas, and then he's got this kind of stage set, a little environmental sculpture, and it looks like this has all been made out of recycled wood. Oh, you got a special window there you can take your selfies through. Got some little collages around. We can hustle our work while we're at the other person's show. Okay, there is the East Village legend Carla McCormick. This is Unknown Known. What is number 10? 2021 acrylic and house paint on raw canvas. Okay, I like this. Unknown Known, what is acrylic and house paint on recycled canvas. 11 by 15. I kind of like like the big swirly pieces. Unknow Know with what is number 1, 2019 to 2021. Acrylic and house paint on recycled canvas, 46.5 by 64. Well, I walked through and did our cursory sweep over the installation, and I like these kind of swirly abstractions. I think one of the things that I always appreciated about Chris's work is that, in a way, it's kind of like second generation, third generation hippie art, the kind of stuff that I've heard people would do when they were stoned on acid, maybe. But I think Chris has a great color sense and kind of a natural, bizarre compositional ideas. Unknow Know with what is number 6. This is 37 by 58. Yeah, I was thinking of this and thinking, and in certain ways, some of these elements make me think of kind of a hipster Paul Klee. One of his small collages. For some reason, this gives me an echo of Motherwell. Maybe it's the color thing. Okay, they're starting to kick people out. Interesting piece. Unknow Know with what is 1321. This is 66 by 103. You know, they're talking about this as recycled canvas, and I'm wondering what the story is with that. Oh, and we've got some kind of a wire hooking this into his little installation piece over there. So they're calling this recycled canvas, and I'm wondering, were these used as drop cloths for something, or is he picking these up at some kind of prop shop or someplace where they would make theatrical backdrops? And okay, the rats put me in mind of Christy Rupp, who made a reputation back in the late 70s doing rat stickers and putting them up in various neighborhoods. I was actually in Washington Square maybe 4 or 5 days ago, and I was getting ready to go in and see if I could see some music, and came up at the LaGuardia Place entrance to the park, and as I came in, I was standing checking my camera and things by a garbage can, and I must have seen 20 rats, it's no kidding, running around, scurrying across the road, and they weren't even intimidated. They just sort of ignored me and kept doing their thing. Okay. Actually, it's good that the audience is thinning down to get a clear view of these works. Unknow Know with what is 12. This is 66 by 103. Well, I was saying that I've been watching Chris's work for a while, and one of the things is that normally he's working on boards, recycled lumber, various things like that, paneling, and it's particular show, he's really coming out as a painter, working on canvas. And yes, I think he is a talented kind of natural colorist. Okay, we're gonna scoot along another collage. Okay, we're gonna hurry up because they're getting ready to shut things down. (2019-2021) acrylic and house paint on recycled canvas, 46 by 64. I was actually looking at some of this. It says that it's acrylic on canvas, and it could be, but it kind of has the quality of colored pencil almost. And there is also a kind of a stained quality. Oh shit, there's Chris right there. Okay, I don't know what the number is on this one. Say it's about 24 by 18, something like that. Anthill. Okay. Collage. Okay, you have to get into the middle of the platform here to get a picture. Unknow Know what is number 7. Okay, we like this. This is maybe one of the most typical pieces in the show. We've got his swirly patterns. And we've got our rat. This is 61 by 59. Okay. We'll see if we can say goodbye to Chris on the way out. Okay, so this has been Chris Johanson, Unknow Know, with what is number 7. Okay, here at Mitchell-Innes Nash has been James Kalm. Congratulations, Chris. Show looks great. Nice to see you. Go to the after party. You can like this, share, subscribe, and you can leave your thoughts, ideas, comments, criticisms, and reviews below. We just ask you to say, as always, thank you, Kate. Okay, gosh, we snagged him after the closing. Okay, I've got a question about the recycled canvas question.
Yes.
You're doing a lot of paintings on canvas?
Yes.
And they're on recycled. Now,
Yes.
What does that mean? Where do you get the recycled canvas?
Well, I mean, it was a very trippy experience because I was worried about, I mean, whatever, we'll see what happens in the future, but I was concerned about how this would go.
Yes.
Because I like to do stuff out of like materials that I find. I was walking down the street. This is up in Portland. I was walking down the street from where I live to where my wife's studio is, this other house, and in between those blocks, in the middle of this island where there's grass on this busier street, I found a bunch of canvas that had been curtains.
Curtains?
Yeah. And
okay.
So there's a bunch of paintings that are on, they're a little bit of a brighter material, and then I found them there. I went to my old studio, I was talking to my landlord, and I walked into he said, hey, this other studio is for rent. I go in there, there's a bunch of old drops. I was like, dude, what are you going to do with those? And he said, you can have them. So I got them. Then I'm walking down in the same between the two houses. I'm like, there's this abandoned house, and in a stack, a perfect pile, was a stack of used drops. It's about like that high.
Okay.
And then my
Lightly
friend
used.
Ron just died, and so I went into his, and we dealt with all this stuff at his house, and I have a bunch of his sheets and a bunch of his pillowcases, because I like to paint on pillowcases, so I'm going to do a bunch of paintings on Ron's pillowcases.
Okay, that sounds
the way
good.
I like to do it, man. And
Yeah.
I just don't make that much art anymore because I'm mellow, so whatever. And so I'll just do that. Hopefully I'll find some more. If not, I guess I'll go buy some, but I like garbage. And so,
Right, we all like garbage.
I mean, I'm into
If
it.
you can recycle it, so much better. Anyway, thanks, Chris Johanson. Congratulations on the show.
Peace be with you.
Oh, great. All right.
Fuck Trump.
underneath it. Oh.
Thank you. No grudges, right? Is that it? No grudges.
Thank you.